Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back everybody, let's take a look again on euro currency. So today we have tried to discuss in the weekly report major events that have happened in recent week. And actually the situation stands so that even not the recent European Central Bank urgent meeting nor Fed Reserve statement have become the major events of the last week. We suggest that it is more important event stands right now in political sphere, and we discuss it tomorrow in our gold report. It's just because it just has more relation to commodity prices and to political situations. Gold stands more related to these subjects. Also, we think that it might be important the economy forum that have taken place in St. Petersburg in Russia. So this was the Mr. C statement, Mr. Putin's speech. So it's really create the shape of the common changes in the global political and economy life of the planet, and whatever we like it to not or not, but this is really things that we need to understand and then take into consideration. In our fundamental report, we consider still more practical issues, which is performance of the central bank, European Central Bank, change of the rate by the Switzerland National Bank. It's very important, we think. And Fed policy and what actually options Fed has. So actually they have to choose between the bad and worse scenarios. We actually tending to idea that Fed will choose the worst scenario just because it is not as costly from the political point of view. So you could read about this in our report as usual. It's very interesting this time. See lots of interesting moments. Also, we shed some light on the statistics that is not officially published in the mass media. So concerning the employment, stock market, some other issues. So it might be really interesting. When you will read it, you understand why I'm a bit skeptical on the bullish performance on the euro currency even in the short term. Because the things that we see looks very bearish for euro currency. But technically, still, we have to take into consideration the technical indicators that we have. In particular speaking, although you could see here we have the bearish trend on the daily chart, but with this bounce up on the weekly chart, we have bullish trend. And we've got the bullish grabber right there. It means that in the current combination, despite how bearish you are, we can't ignore the technical patterns that we have on the weekly chart. And this is the reason why we do not consider taking new short positions by far on euro currency, at least on a daily time frame. We need to get clear failure of the bullish stop on the weekly chart, which is make possible for the downward continuation here and let us to take the position on the bearish side on the daily chart. So here I'm talking about for those traders who take position on the daily chart but stands with the trend of the high time frame, so the weekly time frame, for example. For intraday trading, it is possible to consider taking some short positions maybe. In the current technical picture actually has the bullish context and bulls, although personally guys, I am be honest to you that I'm not sure with the success of any bullish positions here, but we have patterns and it's very difficult to argue with the facts and the clear patterns that we have. So, and currently euro currency stands at the point that is very comfortable for making the decision, because this is 618 retracement in the body of the grabber that has been formed on the weekly chart, and it stands relatively close to the invalidation point, that is actually these lows. So from the risk-reward ratio, this is optimal point where you could think about taking the position. if you would like to buy, this is very comfortable placement. So that's what about the bullish situation. On the follow time frame chart, you probably could wait for getting the grabber here, which might be additional factor in favor of the taking the long position. For instance, here was the bullish grabber, it will be a bit easier to consider taking the long position. Maybe you will even be possible to place the tightest stop here. On the hourly chart, it also shows some agreement with the 618 support with the CBCD action. Market shows bounce up from the support area. So technical factors rally here. You can see technical factors make it possible to consider taking the long position. So, but at the same time, bears, if you would like to go short, you just need to wait for failure of the bullish context. What does it mean? It means that if your currency will not able to proceed action higher right from this level, if it starts dropping below the major support area, approaching to the previous lows, you could use, for example, or at least consider, as we usually recommend in this situation, using the stop sell order. So you could place, for instance, stop sell order around 103.70, 103.65, right near the bottom. And if market will drop through it, you will take the position right before the breakout. You step in on the bearish side, and it's possible acceleration down happens because market currently actually is not at the result in any time frame. So it could keep going lower. But to do this, you have to get evident signs that the bullish context is failing. So meantime, as I said, we do not have the technical reasons to consider yet the bearish positions on a daily intraday basis. So because of the situation with the weekly grabber and the overall performance that we see here in the daily chart. So that's what we have on the short-term performance of the euro currency. Minor bounce is possible, tactical bounce is possible. By the way, the grabber suggests a return back to major resistance around 108 area. So, but this is, as you understand, is just minor detail. It's because in the longer term, bearish trend stands very strong, and based on the fundamental information that we've got this week, we suggest that it might be a downside action not only to our 90 even target below the parity, but this trend really could go significantly lower. So that's what we see currently with the processes that stand in economical and political life of the European Union.